Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So if you follow me here on the channel, you know that yesterday we did a whole live stream kind of looking forward to seeing what the fourth of the 12 for 12 launch program for Jeep was going to reveal in a new special edition Wrangler. Unfortunately, all those were marketed to be released at noon. We did the live stream starting about 10 minutes before noon, and we ended up going till about 1:30 and nothing ever appeared on the site. Luckily, I had the media press kit for it, so we kind of talked about that. But the very strange thing was Jeep didn't put it on their website. As soon as I ended my live stream, about 10 minutes later, it was up. So I figured, hey, I'll do a quick little video, go back through what's the difference between the Jeep Wrangler Willys 392 versus the Moab 392, because a lot of people have questions about it. I got some email about those, and I figured, let's talk about what the big difference is in the pricing, because there's a $10,000 difference in the pricing. So again, if you look at the Moab 392, I did a whole article when it launched here. This was the vehicle that kicked off the 12 for 12 celebration. It was a very interesting package. It was more of like a decontented Rubicon 392. And when I say decontented Rubicon 392, it had some more of a bit of a luxury appeal to it. But again, it didn't have the winch as standard. You can still order the winch as an option, but it wasn't standard anymore. But it did give a little quality tidbits that kind of set it apart from the Rubicon. Obviously, it has its own sill plate in the tailgate. I don't know if they're going to do the Willys one a little different. I'm sure they are. We have not seen any pictures of it, so I don't know what it looks like just yet, so I can't tell you. But again, the Moab 392, they showed that to us right off the bat. And the other thing is the big difference between the two is what it has in content. So most of the Moab 392 stuff carries over to the Willys, which is actually, like I said, $10,000 cheaper. But what you're spending the extra 10 grand on is with the Moab 392, you're actually getting, a front locking differential, and you're also getting a disconnecting front sway bar. So if you actually look at the stats, the Moab 392 has a ground clearance of 11.6 inches, where the Willys has 11.1. So really, that's the big differences: hardtop, locking front differential, and disconnecting front sway bar. Everything else is pretty much a carryover, except for obviously the Willys graphics and stuff. But if you look at the actual Willys, we can go to Jeep.com now, and everything's up here, and you can see that they're pushing the price point big time on here. And the very interesting thing about the price point of this Willys 392 is if you go back to 2021 when the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392 was launched, that vehicle started at $74,995 plus $1,995 for destination, which, again, the Willys in today's money is $5,000 less. So to me, really, this is the most bang for your buck 392 Jeep you're going to get. I don't really see, unless you're rock crawling, which I don't know if you would. Most people wouldn't with the 392, but if you're looking at Bajan through the sand or anything like that and just having fun with a daily driver 392 Wrangler, obviously you'd pick the Willys 392. If you're going to rock crawl, you want that locking differential, the front differential, and you want that disconnecting sway bar. But when we look at the content of this vehicle, it's very interesting because, again, you're getting 35-inch BFG KO2 tires on 17-inch beadlock capable wheels. You get the True Lock electronic locking rear differential. Again, you don't get the front, but you get the rear. You get Select Track full-time transfer case. Third-gen Dana 44. These are the heavy-duty solid front axles with full floating rear axles, a 456 axle ratio, and then you get rock rails. You do get a winch-capable steel bumper, like a front bumper, just like the Moab 392, but the winch is not included in the package. It more than likely will be optional. And then you do get a steel rear bumper as well. And just like the Moab 392 and the Rubicon 392, you do get the cold air intake hood with the water separator. So a lot of people have asked about that, and yes, that's the same hood. Everything's the same underneath. Again, 470 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. When you look at the transmission, it's still the same 8-speed, 8 HP, 75 transmission. And then on top of that, other additional content for the Willys 392 is that you get the 12.3-inch Uconnect 5 system, but you do get navigation with this model. There is the Willys hood decals and the Heritage 4-wheel drive rear graphic. You do get standard LED exterior lighting, so you do get the LED headlamps and tail lamps as well. And then for those who like their music, There's the Alpine 9-speaker premium audio system with subwoofer. That's also has a 550 watt amplifier. And then you do get the programmable aux switches. So you get 4 of those, just like you do in the Moab 392. And then on top of that, they add in the trailer tow package as standard. Now, a lot of people have been asking about colors. This is Goldilocks. Again, this vehicle will not be able to be ordered until March, and they're saying that Goldilocks will start production in March as well. So you'll be able to order this Goldilocks color. The one big thing that we found out about colors is that thanks to Dirt Road Cred, if you go over to their channel, they did a whole video about it. They were actually looking at the Jeep Australia website, and they actually came up and found a bunch of colors for the 2026 lineup. And again, we knew Goldilocks was one of the colors that was coming in that, but what we also found out was that Earl Gray is actually replacing Anvil again. So basically Earl was originally there first, and then Anvil came and replaced it. Now they're switching back. We also found that like Mojito is going to be changed. Juice is coming. There's going to be a lot of changes. Rain is going to end here very quickly. So if you like that purple color that was on the Moab 392, like this right here, this one, I'll show you right here, that is coming to an end. So you have to get your orders in now. So again, there's going to be some color changes. We'll go over that later, but I'll post them up here on the thing. I did reach out to Jeep asking about because on the Australian ones, it actually says like these specific months. The interesting thing was that Jeep said, hey, we really don't know. Basically, we'll tell you when it's available for ordering. So they didn't really help out. But if they're saying Goldilocks is available in March, and it says April on the thing for Australia, probably Australia's ordering bank opens up a month later than ours. So I would say that they're probably a month off. So get your orders in if you want that rain color ASAP. So again, pricing's a big thing with this vehicle, and I'm really impressed with how they're doing it. The other thing I was going to say is that they showed us the video finally for the launch video. So I'm going to play that real quick and you guys can watch it.
Juliet, Echo, Echo, Papa, target marked.
Release the drop.
Again, for people like me who think like, hey, I'm not going to rock crawl with this thing at all. You want something fun that's, fun in the desert kind of deal. This would be it. Because 392 V8 HEMI, 470 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, and save yourself 10 grand. I mean, that's the way to go. If we go down here, and you'll notice that this is the duck that they aligned with this Jeep. If we go and surf the website just a little bit, we actually click off of these and then go down to here, we're starting to notice that we actually can see some details about the next Jeep. Obviously they're blacked out. You can highlight it all you want and copy and paste it. The black marks don't go away. But yeah, I don't know exactly which one it is going to be yet, but it does give us the next duck. So if we go over here, this is the duck that we're going to be seeing in March. So it's got its hat backwards, it's got a white cap, white bill, and it's got this really radical, unique design to it. So again, teal and dark blue are the colors, and with white. So hopefully it's something a little more radical. I would like to see them kind of push the boundaries with these special editions. So even in the live stream yesterday, I kind of went back and kind of highlighted like the 2011 Jeep Wrangler Arctic Edition, which kind of set itself apart a little bit because it was a unique one-off color. Something like that, instead of just being like a special edition model that's basically reusing the stuff that's available. So again, hopefully we get something kind of unique in itself and not just like a parts bin sticker kind of package. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, tell me what you guys think of the Willys 392 down below. What would you pick so far? Would you pick the Moab 392 or the Willys 392, and why? I'll take it and see you guys in the next video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.